Hi there, it's Sarah from Inspire Tarot. Welcome back to the channel. So today we have the Devil, the Four of Emotions, or the Four of Cups, and Temperance. So yeah, what's coming through today is that we feel very dissatisfied. We're kind of stuck in overthinking. We feel very discontent and pessimistic and distracted. Now, often when this happens, it's because it's time for us to grow. It's time for us to expand, and we feel blocked and restricted. And because we don't want to feel our feelings, we end up distracting ourselves with anything and everything. You know, it can be judging other people, it can be doom scrolling or shopping, distracting ourselves with other people. It can be so many different things that the ego compels us to do. But really, the Temperance card is telling us that we need to be more balanced and moderate in the way we do things. So yeah, this is kind of very much balancing the darkness and the light. And of course, there isn't really any darkness in the world. There's no force that opposes God. There's just love. There's just the light, or the lack of light. And when we move away from the fullness of the love and the light, then the devil or doubt, fear can seem to take on a persona of its own. And I think this is one of the things that's quite challenging about the material world, in that we manifest our thoughts and our beliefs. So if we have negative thoughts and beliefs, then we're going to be presented with people and situations that seem very dark, very scary, very insurmountable. But we need to remember that everything is really just an illusion in this world and can be changed at the thought level. A healed person can go through the world knowing that the mind, that, you know, any difficulties that we seem to experience are just concepts in the mind. Everything in the physical world is really neutral and meaningless. So the ego will tell us that things are going wrong, we've got all these problems, whereas the spirit will reinterpret everything for us in a healthy way to help us heal in a much more expanded way of looking at things. So yeah, feeling dissatisfied and stuck is often a wonderful opportunity to level up. And the ego will tell us that resistance means that we're, stuck and we're going backwards, whereas the Holy Spirit knows that resistance is really progress and growth. And this situation in the psyche where we feel uncomfortable and then we have to grow is what motivates us to progress. We may stay stuck in sadness for ages, but really this desire within us to grow and move is always there, and there's always help available at hand. So yeah, we may need to do some shadow work. I think this is one of the things that I've found particularly helpful on my journey, is to really face the shadow. And there's nothing like other people to reflect back to us the things that we don't like about ourselves. You know, we may be in a relationship with someone who's not treating us well. They ignore us, or they don't give us the attention we deserve, or they don't prioritize us, anything like that. And what the Spirit really wants us to look at is, whereabouts are we doing these things to ourselves? Where are we not prioritizing ourselves? Where are we ignoring ourselves? And really sit and look at it, because the world is a mirror and it's helpful. There's a very great tendency to look at other people and say, this person's doing this to me and this is not kind. But really, we need to see the external world as free feedback, helpful feedback. We're really all walking each other home. So the things that other people do to us or seem to do to us that we don't like, they're really just our own creations. We're really just being shown what's in our own mind. And the more spiritually mature and awake we are, the more inclined we are to look at them. To really sit down with the Spirit and go through everything. Why do I keep attracting this kind of treatment from people? Why am I blocked financially? So yeah, to really look at these things with the Spirit. And I know when I put a prayer in with the Spirit, I feel stuck in this way, please can you help me? Then the Spirit will automatically jump straight in to help us. All we need to do is ask. And if we can't hear guidance directly, then the Spirit will use signs and symbols in the world. If you like watching YouTube videos, then the Spirit can bring videos that are helpful. We always know, I think, deep down, what's helpful for us and what's not. We know when we're going towards instant gratification, because it doesn't feel good. It might kind of feel gratifying in the moment, but it never feels that pure feeling of goodness. We often feel as if we're slipping away when we're going into the shadow. But yeah, the aim of the game is really not to be afraid of the shadow, and to know that the darkness is not really anything. It's just concepts in their mind that are frightening. And because our thoughts create our feelings, whenever we contact the Spirit for reinterpretation of things, then we remember that everything is neutral and that everybody is doing their best. People are not really out to hurt us. We tend to have this tendency to take everything personally and see that what people are doing is like a personal attack, but really it's never that way. The ego wants us to think that way, but it's never really that way. And I find that once we get reinterpretation from the Spirit about what things really mean, then it can help us be more compassionate with ourselves, helps us see the bigger picture. It helps us see that we are not limited to our human thought system, that we are divine mind. And if a concept can devastate us one minute and then not bother us the next, then it just goes to show how expanded we can be and how peace comes from reinterpreting things in the mind. So yeah, I think these two cards coming out together, the Devil and Temperance, are just wonderful. Temperance is all about balance. It's all about moderation, aligning back with the Spirit, to do with harmony. So we might need to take some time out to meditate or go for a walk. Just look after ourselves. Do things that feel gentle. Things that bring us peace. Sometimes I like to just sit on the sofa, close my eyes, and just quiet the mind completely. Because I do find that when you quiet the mind, very quickly you return to that state of peace, because it's all the chaos in the mind that really causes the disturbance, the emotional disturbance. So yeah, I think it's great to see these cards together. Really helpful. Right, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you found it helpful. I love you all. See you soon. Bye.